Hey, what's up, people? Piz out here, and to conclude my series in Argento Halloween, today I want to talk to you guys about Dario Argento's Suspiria, a movie of his believed by many to be Dario Argento's masterpiece. And if I was forced to pick one movie amongst all the films that he's done to be his masterpiece, I guess I would have to go with Suspiria as well. Suspiria, for me, is just Dario Argento at the height of his power, at the height of his artistry. I remember first seeing Suspiria many years ago. A buddy of mine urged me to watch it. He was just like, dude, check it out. And just the opening sequence of the film, the opening probably 15 minutes of the movie, where Jessica Harper's character, she arrives in Rome. She's trying to flag down a cab. She's in this awful pouring rain. She finally flags down a cab. She goes to the dance school out in the middle of nowhere. The expelled student runs out into the storm. You've got Goblin soundtrack just pulsing and vibrating around you. Even before there's even that incredibly raw, ferocious, just immaculately choreographed kill sequence, you're already sort of off center. You're already kind of on edge just because of what's going on in the film, just because of how well Dario Argento orchestrates his shots, how well he photographs his shots. Of course, the score, and not just the musical score, but just the sound design in the film, howling and just weird noises going on. It's just that opening sequence to me just really, even before that kill, just really sort of is a punch to the chest. And that opening kill sequence, like I said, just raw, ferocious, like immaculately choreographed, as if it were a dance. I'd never seen anything like that before. Keep in mind, my background was mostly American slasher movies, my love of American slasher movies. And you just didn't get that kind of, the only word that comes to mind is just artistry. The brutality, the artistry of brutality. That sequence just really absolutely blew my mind. And then, you go into the rest of the movie and it's just this hallucinatory, bloody, ghastly, fairy tale, just dreamlike kind of film. And the story revolves around Jessica Harper, who she is a ballet dancer, an American ballet dancer, and she travels abroad to this prestigious European dance academy where just not everything is quite as it seems. Students are disappearing. If students ask too many questions, they disappear. Occasionally it rains maggots down from the ceiling. A lot of wacky stuff is going on in the film. And it's just Argento, I think, being totally abstract, totally expressionistic. I mean, the colors, the vibrant colors in the film. Like I said, just the dreamy, hallucinatory vibe going out through the entire movie just sort of lulls you into this almost dreamlike state yourself. And then you're sort of like slapped in the face by these horrible killings. I mean, we have, a woman drops into a pit of what I've always thought was like razor wire of something, and then has her throat slit. A guy has his throat torn out by a dog. It's Argento, I think, at the height, like I said, of his power, of him. He can show you, the most brutal, bloody, graphic kill sequence, and then follow that with this just hallucinatory, almost trip kind of atmosphere, and he balances both so well in Suspiria that really, I mean, it's unlike any movie. It's really unlike anything he had ever done before or really after. And that's why I think it's really Argento at the height of his power. And he tried to kind of, Suspiria was the first part of what he had always wanted to make, the Three Mothers trilogy, which he followed Suspiria with Inferno. And Inferno is a beautiful movie to look at. Of course, lots of graphic kill sequences in that movie as well. but just not quite on the same level as Suspiria and Mother of Tears, which I talked about earlier in Argento Halloween. Just not anywhere in the same ballpark as Suspiria or even Inferno. Argento has done a lot of great films. The films that he did in the 70s and the 80s are, I mean, that was really, his era. Some amazing films, and I definitely think Suspiria, of all those great films, Suspiria is the one for me that just sort of rises above all of them to, that level of this is his masterpiece. This was Argento at the peak of his power, at the peak of his artistry and brutality. All those Argento earmarks are right there. I mean, the camera is just sort of floating around. Like the camera is just another character in the film. Really, it's just sort of floating around the actors, and it's just beautiful film to look at. The characters are good in the film. The acting is well done in the film as well. The film was actually co-written by Dario Nicolodi, which was Dario Argento's squeeze at the time, who was also in Tenebrae with, she was in Tenebrae, she was in Deep Red as well, and Mother of Tears. Yeah, I mean, Suspiria is just a phenomenal film, just to put it plainly. It is my favorite Dario Argento movie. It's the one that, I think when people talk about Dario Argento, it's definitely the one that sort of jumps to the forefront of their mind as, this is a Dario Argento film. If I was going to introduce anybody to Dario Argento's movies who were, had never seen a Dario Argento movie before, or had never heard of Dario Argento but were interested in getting into Argento films or giallo movies, I would hand them Suspiria and say, dig in. I'd be like, here, check this out, and have fun. Have fun. But and I hope you guys had fun with my series in Argento Halloween. Hope you guys all have a safe and great Halloween. Hope you guys have had a great and safe Halloween season thus far. And until next time, you guys take it easy.